if you're telling us that Obama is a good guy, is it possible, in order to play this game any further and have him convince all of the elite people that he's still a bad guy, is it possible he got a pile of people over here to put on a show?
When you say a pile of people over here,
a pile of Muslims over here to create problems, just like what's going on in Europe and that kind of stuff. Is it possible?
Could be.
Because we saw him with our own eyes bowing to a Muslim.
You know, this is how I look at people all around the globe. Everyone was created by the Creator, our God. Everyone. Every person, everything on this earth was created by Him. And I'm not going to pass judgment on a Muslim or somebody of the Buddhist religion. I'm just not. That's the way I am. I'm Christian.
I understand, but that's not the question at hand. The question at hand is this is a Christian nation, and for what they have been doing, forcing their way into Christian people's lives is not right, and it doesn't matter what your belief is. It's not right in any direction. That's the point.
I agree with you. I do. I agree with you. But I don't know what the answer is for that. I've never got into a discussion about that with my friends.
Well, that would be a helpful thing if you had a way to find that out. That would be a helpful thing, because I got news for you. You know, we're the home of the free and the brave.
Yes.
And we do wear a pair of boots, and we will stomp on some people's butts when it gets out of line. So that's America.
This is going to be something that is world peace. This whole ordeal is bring world peace.
Let's hope they're going to also do that, because I can tell you right now that those guys have not been respectful to other people's homes. They're out there in the middle of the streets praying and blocking the cars, and there's a whole pile of them in the streets. They come over here just to do this, and they're having babies. There's a piece of that as well. So you might want to put that in your repertoire of questions there.
This is happening over in Orlando, sir?
This is happening in Europe. There are.
We're there in Orlando where you live.
Again?
I thought you were speaking of this was happening in Orlando where you live.
No, I never said anything about Orlando. What I said was
I understood it.
Over in this country and also in Europe.
In Michigan, Wayne, especially.
Yeah.
So look, all you've got to do is go to Costco's, and we have to be subject to their laws with their meat in our stores. This is not their country. This is the American country. They come here, they're subject to us. Just like if we went to their place, we'd be subject to them. That's why we're here and they're over there.
Okay, area code 912. I'm sorry that he wasn't able to help on your question. Area code 803. 803.
Yes, hi. Nice to meet you. I have a question concerning when you were talking about debt being wiped out. If you got yourself in trouble with the credit cards and weren't able to pay them and just stopped paying them, and you owe a lot of debt, will that be wiped out too?
Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yes. Anything that's associated
okay, thank you.
Anything associated with your Social Security number.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Area code 727. 727, you're up. Okay, you may need to star 6 yourself. Area code 727.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. If you went out and bought a car, like say you went out and bought a Mercedes today, so you had a car payment, that would be totally wiped out?
Yes, ma'am. Anything that deals with your Social Security number.
So should you buy a house before or after this?
I was thinking the same thing, ma'am. If I had good enough credit, I'd be going out and buying all kinds of stuff.
No, if I knew it was going to be okay, I'd do it. So we were in Nashville over the weekend, and we were looking at some places, and they're really, really expensive. And I'm thinking, buy one of these things, is it going to go to zero or what?
That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah, but could you close on it that quick?
Right.
Yeah. Area code 262.
Hi, Fran. Thanks for being on the call again. I enjoyed you the last time. What I wanted to find out was, last time you talked about also any monies that had been paid into the IRS over the years, that would be returned. Did I understand that right? Thank you.
Tenfold, yes, ma'am. Yes. The Federal Reserve and the IRS have been stealing money from our ancestors for years, and everything that was stolen will be returned to you tenfold. So,
tenfold.
As I understand it, this next time that we do the taxes, that you file your taxes, this is all money to be returned. They'll know that where you live, and they'll get everything straight, that all this money is going to be returned. There's going to be a lot of money returned from the IRS. Believe me, I hate the IRS.
Now, that's a return I can live with.
I hate the IRS with a passion.
Well, thank you very much. And do you know whether wages will change?
The way I was hearing it, it's kind of strange. But would it be a fair thing for a person to work just a 20-hour week versus a 40-hour week and still make a very good living to support their family? Okay? That's been on the drawing board for quite a while. And that is a discussion that they're still talking about behind the scenes.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, next up is my preacher friend from Austin that we love, and there's nothing he can do about it. Area code 512.
Thank you, Beth.
How are you, sir?
Quite well. I want to ask the gentleman. This is very, very strong. I want him to go back to President Obama.
Okay.
You say he will definitely be back in power as the President of the United States.
There will be new elections, okay? And his running mate, like I said, he'll ask Robert Jr. To be his running mate. And there's so many people that love the Kennedy family that when he has him as a running mate, he will absolutely win by a landslide. Remember, there won't be any bad people to manipulate the voting machines. That's one of the things that's in the Reformation Act, that they will have clean voting machines, that they will not be manipulated. It also has in there that judges and attorneys will be reschooled on constitutional law. So there's so many things in the Reformation Act that are about to come out. It's unbelievable. And the disclosure of all this stuff is going to take 40 hours of television time. And they'll repeat it over and over and over so everyone has a chance to watch it and digest all this stuff. But there is 40 hours. That's why they're taking over the airways and the radio and newspapers. All this stuff is going to be out there for people to look at. And it's all the true stuff. Everything that they have uncovered for years, they're going to bring it to the people and say, this is the truth.
So you think Bernie Frank resigning, does that have anything to do with this?
He's no good. He'll be arrested. He's on TV right now. I'm watching the news.
Okay. My position is I'm trying to find out is that one of the reasons he would resign?
It's more or less show, but I mean, he there's no place for him to hide. He's going to be arrested.
So you can run, but you can run, but you can't hide.
Yeah, you hit it right on the button there, pal. You can run, but you cannot hide.
Okay. Now, secondly, my friend Wayne has said that President Obama is going to be in the position, but he's not a citizen. We need to clarify that.
He is a citizen, and he'll clarify that on TV by himself. And it's going to shock the world. But he is definitely a United States citizen. He has been groomed for this particular job for years.
Well, I tell you what, a lot of the stuff what you're saying, it coincides with the biblical principles of Revelation. And that's why I believe Solomon said, honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long on the land of the living. I don't know you, but you sound very intelligent. But I want to do my own due diligence, and I have questions, but I'm going to leave it alone. You be blessed and keep a good spirit, and I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it.
Love you too, sir.
We love you too. Fran, it's been about 40 minutes. I wanted to see if you want to keep going. Are you done?
I know that if I was on the other end, I'd be curious to ask some questions too.
Okay.
I have asked so many questions over the years. It's sickening, but yeah, go ahead.
I hear you. Well, you just speak up when you are ready for me to pull them back.
Okay.
Area code 817.
Fran, this is Chuck in Texas. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir, I can.
Would you be so kind, because there's so many people on this call even that have lost their homes. How are they going to be made whole? Have you heard anything about what they might plan to do with people that have lost their homes?
There is a plan in effect that will go into effect that, and I mentioned this before, that these prosperity programs, there's 78 of them out there. And there's some of these prosperity programs that people are going to get paid from, and they don't even have a clue what they are, but they're going to receive money. There will be some type of monetary gift that will be coming to them from the government.